What is up this year? LA in a minute. And New Year's Day is a special time in Los Angeles. The sun is shining and time-honored traditions are taking place from Pasadena to San Pedro. That's right. There's a New Year's event in San Pedro that goes back more than 70 years right there on Cabrillo Beach. I'm talking about the Polar Bear Plunge, where more than 1,000 people start off the new year by jumping into the Pacific Ocean. Dating back to the 1940s, this just might be LA's best New Year's tradition. Let's get into it. That's right. At precisely noon every New Year's Day, more than 1,000 people brave the 50-something degree water temperature and participate in the Polar Bear Plunge to mark the new year. From toddlers to people 90 years young, everybody that gets wet head to toe gets an invigorating bath in the Pacific Ocean, a certificate, and smiles and camaraderie all around. The first official polar bear swim took place on January 1st, 1953, but the seeds were planted in the 1940s when John Olguin and Jack Chaney started the Cabrillo Beach Polar Bears. Olguin was a San Pedro native who was San Pedro High School student body president and a former Marine. And Chaney led the San Pedro Swim Club for about 20 years and was the aquatics and program director for Cabrillo Beach. Now, at various times, the plunge was known as King Neptune, King Nautilus, and other monikers. But it was Chaney and Olguin, both of whom were also active lifeguards at Cabrillo Beach, that convinced the Department of Recreation and Park and the other lifeguards to turn the event into something more formal. In 1953, a king and queen were elected, formalizing the event, and they came ashore in a boat and led the crowd back to the water at precisely noon, a tradition that would hold every New Year's Day moving forward. From there, John's wife Muriel drew the original polar bear insignia, and the polar bears had an identity and a name. The tradition continued to grow, first drawing dozens, and soon hundreds of swimmers eager to ring in the new year in the frigid Pacific Ocean. And it's worth noting that the Pacific Ocean is a rather cold ocean, but the most frigid temperatures don't occur until April. That said, it's not exactly warm. This year's temperature is supposed to be around 52 or 53 degrees. The festivities kick off at 11:30, but arrive a little bit earlier, and even though parking is free, it may be a little bit nettlesome to find a spot. They're expecting more than 2,000 people, so get there early and enjoy. This really is a time-honored tradition that's something special in San Pedro, and really does typify Los Angeles. I mean, sunshine and the beach on New Year's Day, come on! Additionally, Cabrillo Beach Polar Bear Boosters President Annie Donahue has worked hard with the group to ensure that they receive nonprofit status, and they host monthly potlucks that help fund the organization and contribute to scholarships to the LA City Junior Lifeguard Program. So look, this is one of LA's oldest and most unique traditions. And though I can't promise you'll see an actual polar bear, you're going to see plenty of folks participating in the Polar Bear Plunge. And rest assured, there will be cupcakes, coffee, and cocoa for all participants after the event, in what really is a time-honored family tradition throughout San Pedro, and just might be LA's best New Year's tradition. All right, LA, it's been a minute.